Semifinal coming at you. Karchkarai, Kent Steffes against Brent Frohoff and Mike Whitmarsh. Our first referee today, considered the best referee on the tour by many of the pros, Jim Leonard. And our second official is dancing Marvin Hall. Whitmarsh and Frohoff came up and won the winner's bracket, which was a surprise to most observers. There's Marvin Hall. Backup Marvin, of course. And so Brent Frohoff will put the ball in play. His 29th birthday today. He was born on Mother's Day in 1963. And we're taping today on Mother's Day, so he's hoping to get one for his mother, I guess. Get a victory. As Steffes taps
He's trying to get a victory for himself, and he might take his mother out to dinner. He'll certainly be able to afford it if they win this tournament. Brent Frohoff has not won a Pro Beach event for a long, long time. Got shut out last year. Mike Whitmarsh has never won. That man has won a lot and will win a lot more. Karchkarai, 6'3", very strong. I think he's more like 210 rather than 190, and now 31 years of age. That served just long by Karchkarai. Mike Whitmarsh back to serve.
Whitmarsh and Frohoff last week took a 17th, but Whitmarsh was on the flight out of L.A., the riot-torn flight, left at 1 o'clock from Ontario, California, and got in at 8 a.m., had to go right out on the court. Needless to say, didn't play very well as that ball goes down side out.
Well, I talked to both Frohoff and Whitmarsh during the week, and they both said separately that if we don't have a good week, we're going to split up. We're going someplace else. You'd think Brent Frohoff would go to Scott Akatubby and several choices for Mike Whitmarsh, but clearly this result will cement their partnership for at least another week.
Big Mike Whitmarsh, very talented ex-basketball star at the University of San Diego, now plying his trade as a professional beach volleyball player. And the Fro ready to dial one up. Always had a great jump serve. Won a number of tournaments, but most of them with Karchkarai. One of his earlier tournament wins, his first was Scott Akatubby.
A long time ago in Santa Cruz. I believe that was in 84, 85.
1986.
I was working my way up to it.
Then he won the 1987 Indoor World Championships of beach volleyball. That was held in the Saddle Dome in Calgary with Akatubby. No score. Good shot. Oh, Karch gets it up. Unbelievable. The horse was running on that one.
Keeping everything on Whitmarsh.
Whitmarsh tapping, stop. KK. And a point.
Mike Whitmarsh still very new relatively to the competition, to the game of Pro Beach volleyball. Going to work on Mike Whitmarsh, make him touch the ball time and time again. Karai runs intervals, he runs stairs, he runs sprints, he does his jumps, and he lifts weights. That's what makes that defensive play possible. Fake blocking, nice shot deep by Mike Whitmarsh.
Early this morning, Mike Whitmarsh and Brent Frohoff were having breakfast at the Royal Sonesta Hotel. An old guy appeared out of nowhere. He was a Cajun, at least they interpreted him to be a Cajun. He said, "What are you guys doing here?" And they said, "We're playing in the beach volleyball tournament." And he said, "You guys are going to win today. You guys are going to win." So perhaps they have the whammy as Karch goes over the top and down, side out.
Hope it's more, that whammy is more effective than Pat Powers' voodoo beads, because they had their worst finish of the summer together. I'm speaking of Pat Powers and Brian Lewis. The wind continues to swirl, continues to gust. Mike Whitmarsh and Brent Frohoff on the good side. Whitmarsh has got to get confidence early, put the ball away, get into a good rhythm. Passing the ball is the key for Mike Whitmarsh. If he passes the ball well, then Frohoff and Whitmarsh have a chance.
Talked about Brent Frohoff winless last year. His last tournament win with Karchkarai in August of 1990 up at Alki Beach in Seattle. So a number of players in this one have something to prove. Whitmarsh trying to get his first pro trying to win for the first time in 2 years. And quite frankly, Karchkarai and Kent Steffes trying to establish themselves as the team to beat.
And I don't think they have done that as yet. They have a lot more winning to do.
Some with Frohoff, some with Steffes. And Whitmarsh taps it down. A lot of speculation who Karch would play with when he came back last year. It was between Steffes and Frohoff, and Karch chose Steffes. Whitmarsh has bounced around a lot this year. Started the year with Johnny Stevenson. Karch, oh, fabulous dig by Frohoff. Good set. And he puts it away.
That is a great defensive play by Brent Frohoff. Not known for his defense, often criticized for his lack of defense, but stands his ground and digs the ball straight up. Fantastic ball control by Brent Frohoff, and then look at the chop to finish. That's a big play to get started.
Tied at 1. Wind still gusting heavily here in New Orleans. As Steffes choosing not to jump serve. He's on the bad side. 1-1 in our championship. Oh, and a little tap into the net.
Unforced error. They cannot, that being Frohoff and Whitmarsh, afford to make any mistakes. Kirai and Steffes already have scored 2 from the bad side. That's an early key. They only lead 2-1, but have got to be feeling very good so far.
2-1 is our score. Kirai Steffes have to win this one to 15 and then a double final to 7 if they can, and Kirai stops Frohoff.
Too tight a set. Brent Frohoff cannot swing at that ball. He's right in the closet. His partner set him too tight. He's got to just push the ball into Karch Kirai, or knuckle it into him and get the ball back softly. Don't give up the stuff block.
Now working on Frohoff a bit. And chopping right to Karch, back to Fro. And Frohoff pokes it over. Good play, alert play by Brent Frohoff for poking it over his former partner's head.
Fro needs one of those aces. One of my keys was fried Frogator. Had a little fried alligator here last night in New Orleans. Inspired me for Sunday's stuff today. But down 3-1, they're on the good side. He needs to dial up an ace.
Oh, we got it!
Thank you very much.
Call Paul Sutherland for suggestions. Frohoff and Whitmarsh score a point. A timeout is called. We're coming back. Our championship final. Kirai Steffes by a point.
The Ninja Turtle.
We're back. When we left you, the score was 3-2. It is now 7-3. Kirai and Steffes in command.
We're playing in the parking lot of a shopping center.
But we're having a lot of fun. And if you're wondering how they set up the beach, you weren't with us at the start. And check it out. We're right in the middle. 1,000 tons of sand right in the middle of Lot A as Karch stumps one through. Karch, Kirai, Kent Steffes going up against Mike Whitmarsh and Brent Frohoff. Whitmarsh and Frohoff had the advantage coming in because they had not lost a match. Karch and Kent have to win this one, and then we would go to a double final, 1-7. Frohoff puts it through.
Frohoff needs to serve tough, go back, gain some momentum. Right now, Frohoff and Whitmarsh, either whether they're on the good side, bad side, completely stuck in the water. And Mike Whitmarsh, if we check our stats, has he blocked a ball yet? He has not stuffed a ball yet, so he's got to get on the board.
I'd like to remind you that Killer Loop Sunglasses by Bausch & Lomb going to be presenting the Killer Loop Kill Award today. Player with the most kills in the final match. Karch is into the net. That player will receive $500 courtesy of Bausch & Lomb.
Whitmarsh and Frohoff score. Great bump set that time by Brent Frohoff. Whitmarsh up with a tap, Kirai into the net. Frohoff tossed the ball very, very high on his jump serve.
Nice set. Whit.
Oh, got to go get that. Frohoff has got to yell at Whitmarsh immediately what direction. You're blocking the ball. You're looking up. You can't find it. Your partner has to say, go left, left. They got to get after the ball a little bit.
Karch with a 7-4 lead. I'm really surprised. That ball out. Whitmarsh has to use his hands.
Yeah,
Frohoff needs a much better set than that.
Yeah, but Frohoff is passing the ball pretty well. Whitmarsh has got to loosen up, have some confidence, and set the ball with those big paws. He's got a good set of hands. He can set the ball extremely well.
It's a pass the ball a little higher, maybe.
Oh,
shank.
there's a shank.
So Karch and Kent turning the screws now to Frohoff and Whitmarsh. And the crowd, understandably, a little shocked at the turn of events.
Silent. They saw Frohoff and Whitmarsh dismantle Smith and Stokos early in the tournament, 15-7 in the semifinals. And right now, Kirai and Steffes in control, scoring points good side, bad side, off of Whitmarsh, off of Frohoff, just doesn't matter.
Honestly, now, you think Fro and Whit are giving this one away and they're going to spin the dice in the 7-pointer?
Well, I said that during one of the commercial breaks, and I think that at this point, they would pretty much like this game to 15 to end, and then come out and try to play the game of their careers to 7 points. A short game, and with their ability, particularly Brent Frohoff's ability to jump serve, come out and roll the dice in the game to 7. I think they feel that this game is over.
Steffes and Kirai playing with a lot of confidence right now. Frohoff and Whitmarsh, not so confident. But Frohoff puts that baby away.
And Whitmarsh sets the ball with his hands. Off the good pass, Mike Whitmarsh has got to set the ball the rest of this match with his hands.
Frohoff getting with Whitmarsh Thursday. Akatubby was hurt. Found out on that Thursday before Pensacola. Frohoff called Whitmarsh, tried to get him to drop Stevenson. He wouldn't do it for Pensacola. So Frohoff didn't play in that particular tournament.
Boy, what a great turn by Karch Kirai. Mike Whitmarsh may be 5, even 6 inches taller than Karch, but Kirai can still just elevate, hang, and chop off the angle. That's a ball that Whitmarsh has got to block. He's big enough and jumps well enough. That ball's set only 6 inches off the net. Whitmarsh has got to go up and get it.
So Karch set to put the ball in play. His team leading 9-4. And he whacks another one out of bounds. So with Frohoff not playing at Pensacola, Whitmarsh and Stevenson took a 9th, and that was the weekend that Whitmarsh decided to go with Brent Frohoff. After he finished 9th with Stevenson, Stevenson didn't like it either. I talked to him in the players' tent, and he said, I thought we had a 3-tournament deal. That's why I was upset. Cut, Whitmarsh is there. Big play here. Give Whit a little confidence.
In early.
Not Whit's best side on the right. He likes it over the left. Can he put one away? High set. Got it.
There's the spank. Whitmarsh has got to wait. He's got excellent athletic ability. Very quick, jumps very well. Will win a tournament. Maybe not this one. Should be this one. This is their best chance that he's ever had to win. Finished second last year in Milwaukee with John Hanley.
Should have won that one.
Yep. Ahead of Ricky Ludes and Adam Johnson late. 14-11.
Karch stumps it through.
Got to take Karch's cutback on the tight set.
When he's in the middle, certainly.
Yeah, absolutely. Even when he's nearer the sideline, when you see that ball set right on top of the net, he's chopping straight down back across his body. Got to reach and take that away.
Who takes the straight down cross-court shot?
The other guy. Well, it's a team sport, you know?
And Whitmarsh looping. And Frohoff appears to be setting Whitmarsh a little higher now.
Well, Whit needs time. You know, he's a big guy, and you want to set him high enough to make him reach for the ball. Use the height advantage that he does possess.
9-5, 4 minutes and 56 seconds to go in this game. Once again, a reminder, if Kirai and Steffes win, we'll have a double final.
Game to 7 points, and I think that's what Frohoff and Whitmarsh are thinking about right now.
So Brent Frohoff trying to whip up some jambalaya here. Hit high.
Good serve. Great serve.
Karch. And Whitmarsh blocks it. Not sure if it came over, but Whit got a little piece of it. We'll give him a block. And Whit and Fro trying to come back. We'll take the turn. 9-6. Kirai Steffes. What's wrong with Johnson and Ludes? They should be doing better.
I think Ricky Ludes is still a couple of weeks away.
Okay.
And everybody knows it, so everybody's serving him. And Ricky is jump serving. Ricky is hitting every ball, not every ball, but a lot of them, and then blocking. So it's a big load for him to carry coming off that injury.
9-6, now 9-7. Frohoff and Whitmarsh have scored 3 in a row with 4 minutes and 45 seconds, have jumped right back into this one.
This one from the bad side. Probably not thinking so much about that game to 7 right now as Whitmarsh gets his first stuffed block of this game. Excuse me, that's his second. Frohoff.
We gave him one on the dribbler, remember?
Yep.
Karch, Tubble, Whit. Could be a point here. Big Whit, can he put it away? Yes! A dribbler to the nibbler.
I'll tell you, Kirai and Steffes need a timeout right here. I think they've let down a little bit. Figure they had this one in the hopper, particularly going over to the good side. And Frohoff and Whitmarsh have done a tremendous job staying in this game.
Karch had it in the hopper. Now it's jumped back out. Now he'll try to put it in the hatch. 9-8. Frohoff and Whitmarsh coming back.
No timeout called. That's tight set. Oh, no, Steffes is in the net. That ball's set too tight to the net by Karch-Kirai.
So we are tied up at 9. Remember, the score at one time was 9-4, Kirai and Steffes. So 5 unanswered points. And a timeout taken by Kirai and Steffes. So we got a ball game in our championship final, 9-9. For our championship final, 4 minutes, 24 seconds to go. I'm Chris Marlowe, my partner, Paul Sunderland. The Miller Lite New Orleans Open. Hungry for a win. Frohoff hasn't won since August of '90 with Karch in Seattle. Whitmarsh, his highest-ranked player, he does not have a win. Finals last year, Frohoff 0-5, Whitmarsh 0-3. So Fro and Whitmarsh was 1 point away from winning a tournament last year in Milwaukee. Couldn't get the job done. Here, he is 4 points away. And along with Brent Frohoff trying to ride the wave. 7 straight points.
They can end it right here with Frohoff jump serving. I mean, I don't think they will, but they can end it without having to go back over to the bad side.
Kirai puts it down. I think if I'm throwing wood, I stay on Steffes because Karch, surprisingly, has had problems setting.
He's setting his partner, Kent Steffes, much too tight to the net. And with big Whitmarsh up there, that's a terrible mistake.
11-9, Fro and Whit lead. They have confidence now. Oh, dig by Karch.
Not a good set.
Fro, the one-arm bandit. Oh, that's got to be a double contact. The second double contact called by Jim Leonard. You know, they've loosened up the rules on the AVP Tour. You really have to mangle one to get a call now. And Karch did.
Well, you think this one was a mangle?
Yeah.
It was a double contact. I'm not so sure about a mangle. Karch going down, the ball passed back over his head. Always difficult to tell on the replay.
Especially in slow motion because the ball kind of fudges in there.
A lot of the judgment is based on the rotation of the ball.
And Whitmarsh can't score with his jump serve. That's the 4th jump serve error by Whitmarsh. And so Kent will serve. Nobody up, and he buries it.
Karch was anticipating a bad set from Mike Whitmarsh, and Whit instead chose to dish the ball with his hands. Remember, we said they have no chance unless he starts setting the ball with his hands. They've made that adjustment.
So Frohoff clearing the runway. His team has scored 7 straight points. They'll come back after being down 9-4. What a win this would be.
The flags are dead still right now. Just a slight breeze.
And just out of the reach of Frohoff.
Look at that.
And you said it, Paul, and I agreed with you. The wind was dying. Although in that semifinal, it seemed like we were going to blow off the tower.
We've had the gusts all day long. I mean, it's dead still right now. We could have 10-mile, 15-mile-an-hour gusts in a matter of seconds.
And they're working on Whitmarsh. Whit, tapping, getting.
Good call. Definitive, loud call by Brent Frohoff. If Whitmarsh passes the ball well up to the net and in front of himself, he can side out. He sides out very well.
Mike Whitmarsh won a first. He got a first, but it was in Australia on the PBA Tour. Karch. Oh! Ba-boom! That's how Sunderland used to hit him on the Olympic team. Ah-hoo!
Tight set. Where's Karch going to go? Tight set. Frohoff goes the wrong way, and Karch makes him pay. On the tight set, you've got to take away Kirai's cutback.
Into the cloudy blue New Orleans sky. Whitmarsh against Karch. He's blocked. Saved by Frohoff. Yes!
I'll tell you, Fro has cranked it up. He's screaming. He's yelling. He usually saves that for when he only plays against Randy Stoklos, but who has an ongoing feud with. But I'll tell you, winning the winner's bracket, the key to this tournament so far. Fro is not tired. They're both very, very fresh, and he's been jump serving strongly the course of the match.
11-9, Fro and Whit lead. Back set, got to get off. No, as Steffes taps it down the line. Great placement by Kent Steffes. Really not Whitmarsh's strong point to retreat and try to dig off the net. He's better up there trying to hover one down. And so Karch will serve. Side-out battle now with 3 minutes and 29 seconds to go. Championship final. Ooh, that just went out. So Karch whips one out of bounds. And Whitmarsh, he has 4 service errors, and this time he's going with a floater.
Yeah, I think he's much better off staying down right now. A little topspin serve into the wind. Concentrate on blocking the ball.
Karch, Frohoff has it. Big play here. Frohoff, yes! Yes!
That could be the match right there. Frohoff and Mike Whitmarsh continue on a roll. Karch hits this ball right to Brent Frohoff, who just returns the favor on the tight set, chopping the ball back across his body.
12-9, 3 points away from victory. Karch got it. Oh, no. Whitmarsh may have sprained his ankle. Whitmarsh is under the net. He may have sprained his ankle on Karai.
Trying to walk it off.
There is no line in Pro Beach Volleyball in the sand, and Mike Whitmarsh, as Karai collided with him under the net.
One of the most common injuries in volleyball, the hitter comes down, and then the blocker, who usually jumps later, comes down on the spiker's foot, twists his ankle.
One of the most common that he collided with Karch, but maybe he didn't. Let's take another look.
There's no collision. There's no collision. And I think, yeah, landed on his left ankle, and it just twisted out on him. Yeah, it's a lateral sprain of the left ankle. Tim Brown taking a look at it. There appeared to be no contact whatsoever under the net.
So, 3 points away from his first victory. Mike Whitmarsh sprains his ankle. Can he shake it off and come back to win? Stay with us. Whitmarsh and Frohoff trying to win as Steffes pounds it down. Karai has come back. Moments ago, Karai experiencing cramping. We think it's in the left side or perhaps the left calf. They were working on him, trying to get it out. The beach doctor, Dr. Tim Brown, working on it. So now we got 2 injured players. It's 14-10, and Whitmarsh. And you can see him gimping around. So the battle of the gimps here.
I'll tell you, but this is easier on Whitmarsh because he's nearly 6'9". You know, hitting, blocking, it's going to be easier on Mike Whitmarsh. But if Karch is able to overcome these cramps, interesting things going on here, the latter stages of this final.
For the championship and his first tournament win as Kent pumps it over.
Going on to very, very smart playing by Karai and Steffes. What Karch needs is some time to get the fluids in his system, some time to recover.
7th match in 2 days for Karai. Remember, Karai just came back. Steffes going to have to carry the load here. There's some thoughts in certain circles that you should not serve the guy who's cramping, serve his partner and make the cramper run over there. Oh, and Steffes gets an ace. Boy, Fro and Witt have to be very careful here. They have a tournament wrapped up if they can play well. They have to take a time. 14-11 here in New Orleans when we come back. Some of the other finishers, St. John Smith and Randy Soklos, a disappointing fourth, but a terrific finish for Mike Dodd and John Stevenson. They finished third. In fifth, Akatubby and Walmer. They played very well, as did Rudy Dvorak and Craig Moodhart. Johnson and Ludes and Clark and Jant in seventh. Johnson and Ludes still trying to find their rhythm. Powers and Lewis down in ninth. Hanley, Vandewey, Muir Works, Friedrichs and Tanner, and the rest of the gang in 13th. And the chain gang in 17th. Chris Marlowe back with Paul Sunderland, 14-11. Mike Whitmarsh trying to win his first professional tournament ever. Karch Karai trying to shake off the effects of cramps. Don't remember Karch ever getting cramps. Kent Steffes trying to drag his partner back. Short serve, and he missed it. Just kicked the net.
And Steffes was going to come to the net, serve, and block. Steffes going to try to take as much court as he possibly can. Frohoff clearly trying to serve the ball to Karch Karai.
Second championship point. Might not be a bad idea to serve Steffes and make Karch the cramper run over there. They serve. Oh, and Frohoff serves it out of bounds.
He's missed 2 now with game point on the line and a gimpy Karch Karai on the receiving end.
Karch jumping up and down, trying to get his spring back. Trailing 11-14. Whitmarsh struggling. He sprained his ankle earlier. Steffes, yes! Oh, my gosh.
The real coming of age of Kent Steffes. Who would have ever thought that it would be Steffes carrying Karch Karai to victory?
Frohoff and Whitmarsh have to suck it up right now. Serving the guy, making the cramper. Run over there.
Frohoff got it. Karch is still hurt. He this time could not bend down, could not bend his legs to go after that ball. Just really hurting here.
Third championship point for Frohoff and Whitmarsh. Big Whit. Will he get his first win today? He will! It's over as Karai collapses to the sand. What a turn of events as Mike Whitmarsh and Brent Frohoff, 17th last week from the outhouse to the top of the world. Unbelievable. Be back to talk about it after this. As Brent Frohoff and Mike Whitmarsh win their first tournament this year, 15-12. Paul Sunderland is with the Hampton County.